Warning. This show contains content intended for adult audiences. The language is crass at best and downright insulting most of the time. This is all made for the sake of comedy and poor sophomoric taste. The skits are parodies, and any similarity to real people or stories is purely coincidental. Any insults hurled at any one human is made in jest. We're just covering our bases for when one of you skins your knee on an internet insult. We love you. Again, this is all a joke, whether you laugh or not. Not just the show, but this waking existence. The great cosmic giggle. Try not to take it seriously.
15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. We have a liftoff. Liftoff on Apollo.
Now, I'm sure that most of you know the old story about the astronaut who went far out into space and was asked on his return whether he had been to heaven and seen God. And he said yes.
Greetings, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, and sentient artificial intelligence. Join us on this journey to find the others. Because no matter where we find ourselves in this multiverse, the act of existing is all too familiar.
Guys? Is anybody out there? Hello?
The mushroom has a tremendous problem-solving ability.
Herb is a plant. Herbs are good for everything.
As we look across this great expanse and stare at the stars, we can't help but be reminded these lights, though we're seeing them all at the same time, happen across a multi-billion-year delta. Some of those fires burned millions of years ago, some billions, but all of them happened so we could experience them in this one singular moment.
They called us scouts. They called us seekers. They called us Hoosier. But we were destined to question everything.
I don't know about you, but as for me, the question has already been answered. Should we be here? Yes.
Steve rolls in with a shiny head bling. Talk day eye like it's a Wild West dream. Craig strolls in with a wink and a ring. He loves the shrooms, makes the magic spring. Thursday nights, it's the HoSo Show. Two crazy guys watching steal the show. The laughs tossing that wild moonshine glow. Grab your seat tight, it's the HoSo Show. Steve got robots, thinks they're gonna take flight. Craig's got his visions, colors dancing tonight. The banner and chest aren't in studio light. Two wild spirits making Thursdays real bright. Thursday nights, it's the HoSo Show. Two crazy guys watching steal the show. Laughs, talks, and that wild moonshine glow. Grab your seat tight, it's the HoSo
HoSo Show.
They are now, pal.
Hey everybody, how we doing tonight? Camera's too focused on Craig, don't like that. Let me go ahead and skirt. What's up everybody? Welcome to the show. Guess what? We're on Apple Podcast and Spotify now.
Again.
So you can listen to us frickin' anytime you want to, basically. You want to go eat a sandwich in a restaurant and you want to pop in your earbuds and have Craig in there just tickling away. That's how you do it. Spotify and Apple.
Hang on a second. I just saw the most absolutely fucking rude comment of all time.
Let's see it.
We need a Jenny Elgin co-host episode. That was the best episode ever. You know what though? That's my fault. That's a me thing. That's my fault because I assume they wanted to see her co-host a show with you, and that's a lack in me thing.
No, they want
clearly
her to co-host a show with you.
100%, clearly. Yeah.
Listen, I saw the views after I quit this fucking ass job of a show. Right? I still gotta look at those every day of my life, dog.
All right, sing a song or two. We're going to sing a lot of songs tonight. And Steve, we're going to talk to him about something we did a couple years ago. Apparently, like 5 years ago, we peaked. Like, as just people and everything. We were happier. We were more talented. We were funnier. So
before the snow and
yeah.
the winter, spring rains.
And then if it wasn't for that, you know. Although we did have a little argument over... Steve got mad at me because I didn't realize how hot Diane Lane was. He's a big Diane Lane guy, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" But then I was wrong.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was like, I never even thought of Diane Lane.
Oh my god!
So I looked it up
dumb.
on the spot, and I'm like, "Oh, I've been missing out." Don't be scared to leave yourself open. Dreams, bullshit scenes, made to be broken. And now the voice in my head is a ghost singing songs like, boy, stay away from the campfire. You got a head like stone. You know we play for the vampire. One bite and you'll never come home. Boy, stay away from the campfire. You got a head like stone. Well, don't play for the vampire. One bite and you'll never come home. One bite and you'll never come home. Sedation. And now the voice in my head is a ghost singing songs like, boy, stay away from the campfire. You got a head like stone. You know we play for the vampire. One bite and you'll never come home. Boy, stay away from the campfire. You got a head like stone. Don't play for the vampire. One bite and you'll never come home. One bite and you'll never come home.
Take a little. Take it for a little.
Ladies and gentlemen, you guys like that? There's something loose in there. You got a little something rattling.
I know.
Rat-tat-tattling in there, bud.
I'll fix it whenever I change my strings. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, non-binary, sentient artificial intelligence, flora, fauna, fungi alike, to the Hoosier Sophisticates Show Thursday nights, Tits, which reminds us of a song that Steve wrote earlier, which is called. What's it called, Steve?
It's called.
It's called TITS.
Snowman.
Tits
this
in the
guy's
snow.
running quite a little production here, isn't he? Between all the songs alluding to all the things and all the real stuff that's actually going on. We can kind of piece this together, can't we, ladies and gentlemen? We're kind of all piecing these bits of information together. Oh, we got someone just tagging people. That's Elise.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
How's the sound sound?
How's the sound out there? Because I felt like I was really right up on the microphone.
The sup cooter on Craig is so tasty. The soup cooter.
The soup cutter. Soup cooler? Soup cooler.
Soup cooler.
It's a long ways away.
I like soup cooter. The old soup cooter?
Oh, the old cooter soup. I like cooter soup.
I like it. You do.
Cooter
Is that the red or the white?
New England soup.
I like all types.
I like all forms.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jan. I'm going full Steven Tyler mode tonight. If Steven Tyler was a foot tall. You know, if he was a foot tall, he'd do this. You know how he does that with his thing. I need a scarf.
You do need a scarf.
Oh, we do have gifts. Do you guys want to do the gift?
You guys want to do the gift exchange? We
You guys
should.
want to do the gift exchange?
We should do the gift exchange.
I also found these, which I also did find these.
I didn't get a gift.
Oh, Mikey, Steve and I.
So we got.
Steve and I thought about you on that.
Sorry, I didn't.
And I got this for him, and I got this. I know we're a little late, and this is embarrassing. I'm sorry. This is wild, but we're. Mike. Oh my God!
Mine's
you guys
over there.
kidding?
I'm holding yours here.
Are you kidding?
You gonna give
All right,
me
behind our
This
backs,
is
on
the
count
this
of
is
three.
the craziest thing.
This is so crazy.
All right.
On the count of three.
Yeah, I already gave Mike his.
2, 3.
You got me a hat?
Oh my God! You got me a hat.
We got Mike a hat.
Oh,
Thanks, dude.
Thanks, dude.
I've been needing a hat.
Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude.
I've been sitting on that the whole time.
Thanks, dude. No. That's your other gift.
Oh, that's my other gift?
Yeah, look what I found us.
Oh my God, dude. From Morocco?
Only where the world's best.
From Morocco, dude?
Shawls come from.
Holy smokes. Hang on. I didn't know. Dude, I didn't know I could get pashed. I didn't know I could get pashed up, dude. I'm going to Tipper fucking in July, dude. I'm about to get pashed up. Hang on. Yeah, dude. Hang on. I don't even know what else to say besides,
Hey,
dude.
what we're doing right now for all the podcast listeners is we're putting on these awesome scarves around our head. So now we'll be. I look good, dog.
You do look good, dude.
Wait, hold on.
Sorry, I'm a fucking. This is the next.
This is a whole new look.
This is the next best thing to
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, dude, I love it.
That's how it's meant to be worn, like a little old lady. These are little old ladies, things little old ladies wear on their heads. Where were you during the night of the JFK assassination? Where were you at the night of the JFK assassination? You're the babushka lady. You're the babushka lady. It's her. It's her. Welcome to the yellow shroom.
But for real though, I do want to do something really cool with this.
Someone said that in a text line.
Come on, Jack.
For everyone listening on the podcast, I'm going to direct most of my conversations to you tonight. We do a live show.
Calm your tits.
Easy.
Craig is struggling with the scarf there. Laugh out loud.
I don't think that's funny at fucking all.
I knew. Craig looks like a little babushka. He is the babushka lady. That's a good look. That's actually a good look.
Thank you, dude.
It's kind of fitting.
I'll pretend that you're not fucking with me right now.
No, I swear to the Lord, it is.
It's all you're missing is a fucking
You look like a
coat, not a suit coat. but a very nice coat that goes with the hat.
Panama Jack, more like Panama Snack. Okay.
Thanks, bud.
Because I swear to God, whenever a guy wears one of those, I just want to fucking lick his butthole, dude. Anytime. So you better watch out.
Get in line.
You better watch out.
Get in line.
Get in line to lick it?
Yeah.
I thought you meant like get your ass together.
No. Get in line.
Get in line.
No, there's a queue.
It's
like the
mind the gap.
Batman.
Mind the gap.
Like the Batman. It just
ropes around. Guys, you ever ridden the Batman?
One of the best days of my life. Me and my buddy just kept getting it was like a light drizzle and most of the park was empty, but they were still running the rides.
But
we could just.
But it took you longer to run the route.
You kidding me? Absolutely.
It took you longer to run the route.
Absolutely. We're looking.
Am I loud and Craig's soft? Is that?
Well, look how
if I
far
do
away
that?
I am.
I know,
But we sounded great, you know.
Should I do this?
Craig looks like he's playing the ponies waiting on an FBI informant.
Put it on the table. Put it on the table.
I thought I looked a little bit more like a dog track guy myself.
Yeah, you look like you could be in Pensacola, Florida. Funny story about the dog track. My whole family went to Destin blessed. Went to Destin with the whole family. Went to Panama City. Watched the dogs run.
You watch the pups?
Every time, dude. It's my favorite. We do that.
You
every
really
night.
do. This is
My
no
favorite.
lie.
No lie. This is 100%.
You go watch the
real.
Greyhounds.
I go watch.
Do they run any other kind of dogs?
Some Shih Tzu races out there, but there are these Shih Tzu races. Those are my favorite. They are not.
It's like a drag race, though. They only run the straights, but like half the straights.
They aren't chasing a rabbit.
Can you imagine a fucking Shih Tzu running the bend? Just majestic.
Yeah, dude. It was like, and whichever dog takes a shit,
that's who you want.
One. You know how usually you bet on
lighter.
jockeys? Yeah. You bet on the dog that is taking, because they line the dogs up with their handlers, and then you go to this paddock area and you can watch them. So you're looking at them and they're all like, fucking kill me. You know what I mean? Like most of them are fucking like,
sure.
Fucking end it, man. No, most of them actually like what they're doing. It's basically the owners and shit. If they lose like 3 races in a row, they'll basically be like, do you want this dog bet? You better bet. They're looking at you while you're making your bets and they're like, do you want this dog to live? I throw $2 on show on number 6. It is a little bit like that though.
Yeah. Somebody just pointed out that it's not humane. You're a monster for going.
No, it was fun. I was a kid. I got brought there. Well, here's the inhumane thing. Okay, so all my uncles, they think it's funny. My dad doesn't, but I think I'm faster than most of these dogs. Probably, I'm probably faster than most.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they think it's funny because
So what happens is there's a whole blacktop section like this, and then the track. It's kind of like Fairmont, you know what I mean? You got one section on one side of the park, and then they run, and they always go, "Here comes the bunny," and that's when you know.
And you see that thing with,
and it's on a rail track in the middle, and then it goes around where the dog kennels are, and they bust the doors open.
Mikey, click on that
and then
down.
And then these...
That's okay, never mind.
These little hoe beans are freaking booking, dude. So they're scooting after it. Well, I'm timing it. So as they're coming around the corner, I'm going to time it. So as they get to my point, I'm going to finish the... So they got to run a full lap. I'm here in the blacktop. Here's the end of the blacktop and the finish line.
Okay.
So they start here. They go. They're around. They're around. They're around. I'm timing it so that I can run this last leg with them, to prove to my uncles that I actually am faster than.
Are you an adult
dogs.
at this point?
Am I an adult at this point? Of course not. I'm a child.
Okay.
Craig, but if I was an adult,
no. We're not going to sit here. We're not going to sit here and just pretend that like this isn't something you would do as an adult. We're not going to just like blow over that like I'm ridiculous. This is something I needed clarification on to figure out where on the timeline. On the timeline where we are. Because I'm thinking Steve's out there 37 years old.
Stretching.
He's like, you guys are going to ooh, shake it up. Shake it up. Dance all night.
How are you doing it so fast?
Mike, like you don't know.
No, I tried.
Here's the deal.
I tried so hard.
You gotta get a nice rhythm. It's more like shaking your body. Yeah. That's disgusting. Look at him.
One-handed.
That's gross. I totally.
I don't want to get my muscles, you know.
I totally thought you were talking about last year.
I don't want to get them, you know, different sizes. I'm sorry, go ahead. So you're a kid, you're lined up.
No, but they said I totally thought you were talking last year, so it's not that crazy. Adult Steve would 100% do that. I got your back, Craig. Don't anybody need to have Craig's back, okay? That's the whole thing. Okay, and then Jenny says he would 100% do it as an, okay, guys, we get it. I do it as an adult. I'll race him right now. He made me time him doing a sprint at Ivan's soccer game a couple months ago. That is true. And honey, why don't you post in the comments how fast your husband can run the 40? Okay? Why don't you go ahead and post that in the comments, woman? So I'm waiting. I'm ready, okay? I'm in a sprinter's position. I'm 9. I'm 8 or 9. And I'm going to cook. And mind you, the entire dog track place is focused on the dogs. So they're going to get a shot of me cooking as fast as the dogs. And all of them are probably going to be like, I ain't never fucking seen a kid that fast before in my life, dude. I'm here from fucking Tennessee. I've never... What is in the water in Pensacola that they're breeding kids? And I'd be like... Fucking St. Louis
Blues.
Cardinals.
Yeah,
exactly. Dude, you get it? You're right. Yeah, dude.
100%.
Yes,
I was doing that as an adult for a while there.
Yeah, this all plays as an adult. This whole story.
Absolutely.
This whole story.
Yeah, also 40-year-old Steve's like, no Pensacola here, Jack.
I got even...
What's up, Big V? Oh, the changing station. Look at that.
So the dogs are coming. I'm going to get a little head start on them, okay? Just to fucking... I want to make sure I look good in front of everyone. I'm cooking.
Yeah, God forbid you run a straight race.
I come up with the you know, like the sprinters. You come down, and then you're coming up.
That's right. Now you're in full stride.
Now
You're pulling strides.
But now I can feel...
It's a rolling start. Like, you know, like if you're racing on the highway, you got a nice little rolling start.
Thank you
yeah.
for understanding me.
Yeah.
So now these dogs, I can feel them coming.
Yeah.
They're quicker than I thought they were.
Yes, they run very quickly.
I need another gear. I got to drop out. I'm like, now I'm full knife hand sprint. I pop this shit into 6. Well, the fucking blacktop is all uneven.
You lose. You break it loose.
I broke real loose, dude. Stumble. I eat it. No hands. Because I was knife handing it, and I'm like, I'm not going to put my hands out, and everybody's going to be like, he put his hands out when
what
he
a
fell.
pussy. He took it. Instead, they're all like, is there something wrong with that kid's brain? He just ate that one totally.
Dude, so I fall, slide. Now my face is down, okay? My face is on the ground. My legs are back up over my head. I'm basically doing a moving scorpion where I'm like, in front of the entire place, okay? My dad is none too impressed by this. I am crying. I'm bleeding.
Like you're crying because you're hurt.
I'm bleeding.
How old are you?
32. No, I'm 9. I'm probably 9.
Okay, well, yeah.
So I'm crying hard. And I mean, the entire stadium's like, oh! Because right as that point, I'm crossing the middle. I'm about 10 feet from the finish line. Everyone's eyes are locked in. I'm probably pretty sure they're like, God damn.
Look at the wheels on that kid. Look at the wheels on that kid.
Get him to Florida State Seminole. He's a new little Seminole right there. Get freaking Bobby Bowden down here. So I'm like, okay. Well, then my dad is so pissed. My dad never talked to me again after that. So I haven't talked to my dad in 31 years. Which, you know, whatever, fuck him.
Yeah, whatever. You didn't want to be there?
I went back next year. Okay? And fucking, beforehand, they're like, this dog don't lose. This dog don't fucking lose. So I'm like, we'll see
he
about
loses
that.
Today.
We'll see about that. So I found one of my buddies who I got a good connect with. Gave me some drugs. They were dog drugs. And so it made dogs real sleepy. Craig goes, this will make the dog real sleepy. So I give this dog these drugs, and I beat that dog to death. So that's Pensacola. If you guys go to Pensacola, imagine that. Steve gets a whole stadium's attention. And actually, a part of me was
Who
like,
said that?
Yeah. And a part of me was like, everyone was watching. But like, I thought I had hit my teeth on the blacktop. I had hit this somewhere. I'm bleeding from here. Like this is all road rash. And like not even anywhere else in my body. So I basically broke the fall with my face.
Awesome.
They were picking out fucking pieces of gravel.
Awesome.
So
I love that happened when you were 9.
We should start a new event, the running of the Greyhounds. That way Steve can win. Thanks, Matt.
He's always about building his friends up.
Dun, 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 dun,
Hey,
it's a campfire vampire. Isn't that a heart like stone? You know you're van to the vampire. No way, no, you never go home. No way, no, you never go home. That's a jam.
I wanted to talk about something serious.
What?
A couple years ago, when everything was better.
When we were better.
5 years ago.
When honestly, you guys were better. Thank you.
Steve's on one night.
We're not.
We did a fundraiser during one of our morning. Actually, maybe it was like after one of our morning shows. It was like a bonus deal. We went live. We called it Live AIDS, in you know,
because it's hilarious
in honor of Live Aid. And we were able, like, people. We set up basically like a Venmo, and told people, hey, you know, send a Venmo. You get a song request. We'll play the song request, and it was kind of, you know, we cracked some jokes in between, but we ended up raising a nice little bit of money, a few $100. But we were thinking about doing that, and then maybe doing an event. The North guys said that they would, I spoke with North a little bit, they would help us out raise some money. But Mimi Moore, who's like a photographer at like a bunch of the North events that we've been at, she's been in the, you know, shooting the industry for a long time, always in close proximity to the Hoosiers and everything. Recently found out she was sick, and we were like, they got like a little GoFundMe that's going on, so maybe we'll post a link in the feed later. But there's a GoFundMe going for her. There. I think Alicia posted it the other day. If you look up on the page, there's a GoFundMe for Mimi and Moore. We're going to raise a little bit of money. Hopefully the Hoosiers will come together, tag anybody along, but also North's going to give us something really cool to raffle off. So maybe we'll run something through the Give Back Gang or something like that to do a little raffle and raise a little bit of money for someone that's in the community and have some fun doing it. The last couple of shows, people have been like, you guys ought to do one where you just kind of jam out. So maybe we'll do just
we're gonna do
a little bonus where we just jam out and have a good time.
I never really talked to Mimi that much. Not as much as I probably should have, but I've seen her everywhere. And I know she's real good friends with people who are real good friends.
Real good friends. Yep.
And that's how this shit
Close
works.
enough. Yep.
And when we saw it, we're like, let's fucking activate. Let's
100%.
do something.
Let's
That's
do something.
the name of the fucking game. If we can be dickheads and somebody wants to throw $5 at the fucking deal, guess what? Everybody wins. Except Mimi, I guess. Maybe in the end. Well, we'll just hope for the best, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, and we have a lot of resources in the community with
100%.
helping naturally.
100%.
Like someone just posted on our group today, which Craig was talking about the Ibogaine thing. We can get into that in a second. But someone posted today about someone with prostate cancer and the amount of people being helpful. Because I think the cancer industry, and I've gotten in vehement arguments with nurses for and against, because I want to hear from people in the industry. Like, I think the cancer industry is a legit fucking racket. Bottom line, dollars. They could give a shit what we are going through. They give zero shits, dude. And I think it's the way it's almost like mentioning the SH word too, because I didn't want to say that on our feed because you'll get sued for $1 billion. There's so many weird questions that go on with it. We can figure out damn near anything in this world, but we cannot seem to crack this disease that is growing year by year that we're learning. It's our food, it's our environment, it's the plastics, it's these forever chemicals. And we're like, oh yeah, we gotta do things that we're all in this together, dude. She is an extension of us.
100%.
So what can we do? How do you not feel so fucking hopeless in this world that seems vast and
Well, when you're not the only
dangerous
one
and
carrying
scary?
the stone, you know?
When you're not the only one carrying the freaking weight of the world on your shoulders.
Yeah.
And she always gives off just a great energy.
Super helpful vibe. Always
Fucking-
shooting pictures.
When
Great. Yep.
I always I'll tell a joke,
Yep.
and then I'll see her because she's not talking that much. So I like to get the people that I'm like, am I making you laugh? Am I making you laugh? And they're like, they'll smile and be like, yeah. This guy keeps looking at me. I guess I'll fucking laugh to just let him fucking so he stops looking at me. So that's the kind of relationship we got with our fans. But no, anything we can do to help. If we can play some songs, we actually do requests.
In this instance, it's one of the few times.
Very few times. That we
And
actually
you know
do.
what? I think that we should, just going forward, we've got people that give us stars. Last week it was like, well, they gave stars. We gave them a song.
We made $24.
We gave them a song. We gave them a song, and that's pretty fun. And so we can just do that with requests and pass all of that along too. Okay. Did you want to hear Spice Girls, bud?
Do I not ever want to not hear Spice Girls?
I love this get up, dude. I might just commit to this.
You look fantastic.
I look ridiculous.
You look like you just got back from Mexico.
Oh dear. You look like, oh dear.
I kind of feel like, Gomez's, kind of fruity brother.
I want to do like you.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Give it a little loop. Give it a little flip over. Give it a little flip.
Are you not down with the WWE?
Dude, now you look like you're in the
Down with
Lumineers.
the WWF wrestler look? Cowboy country?
Now you look like you're in the Lumineers. There you go. Like a Boy Scout, dude. Like a Weeblo. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I like that. That's sweet. That's very nice of you. That's
Don't
cute.
say that. You're
Oh, that's really
so much
sweet.
better. God,
I try to tell you how to do it.
Yeah. It's
Steve wrote a song the other day, and it was in honor.
It's the best song ever.
It was in honor of our group, for one, because listen, it's just almost completely under your control, and it's amazing what you can get them to do with very little violence. Like, you're not violent about it. You're just like you're one of those guys that just kind of gives them a look, and they're like, yes sir,
Yes, we'll
no
do it.
sir. God
Yes, sir.
damn it, I forgot I sent you those pictures.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, we'll put them on the screen here.
I didn't show Jen yet. She didn't want to see them.
Oh, good, I'll show her later. don't take that from me. Are you Sia?
I just can't look at
Craig
it.
looks like Johnny Depp and Steve like Harrison Ford.
Oh, okay. I'll take Harrison
Hey, that's
Ford.
pretty cool.
I'll take Harrison
Dang,
Ford.
dude.
That's nice.
I'll take Harrison Ford.
Hell yeah. Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's what I said. You want to play your song? I want to play your song for them because it's a celebration of them.
Well, this one's for the live viewers. If you're live viewing right now, you're getting a treat because I know all the podcast listeners are like, "What the fuck am I listening to?"
The
this
nice thing
stupid
on the
shit
thing on the podcast is in the notes are timestamps, and so like if there's ever something that feels like
Yeah,
it needs to
maybe.
be visual, no, there are. They're already in there, and so but I know it's really hard for Steve to get them in there, and so I'm not trying to give him more work. So sometimes they might not be there, but when they are,
should be. I just
you
don't
can
understand
skip,
how it works.
You can skip through anything. I did notice that it just kind of picks spots, and it's like whatever we're talking about. So like one of the timestamps put smack dab in the middle of a Noah Khan song, which is fine.
It's fine.
It was great. It was a good spot. You wrote it. Figure it out.
I wrote this.
This is for, you know what? You know who it's not for? Everybody who didn't participate.
Yeah, it's for. It's coming down. Here comes the snow. I see it form out my window. It's cold out there, nowhere to go. I got no drugs, not even blow. And all
I should have grown. 'Cause now it feels like 15 below. But there's one thing that makes us glow. There's one thing that makes Craig glow. Oh, titties in the snow. Titties in the snow. Where their nipples go. Titties in the snow. Titties in the snow. Titties in the head. Titties in your nose. Titties on the shirts. And titties out of clothes. What do I know? I've seen these things before. Not stopping Craig from what he knows. It's always great to see them. Always great to see them.
Titties in the snow. Titties in the snow. Snow-capped peaks.
Snow-capped mountains.
Snow-capped candy.
Snow-capped mountains will shoot that milk
In my eye until I come or until I die. Titties in the sky.
Craig wrote it. That was just a thank you to all Craig's fans.
I sound more like a. No, I mean, if you listen to it in a vacuum, knowing only the kind of songs that the two of us play, I would think that they'd be like,
yeah, that's true.
They'd be like, that's a Steve song.
Yeah, no doubt.
That one's a Steve song.
They'd be like, titties.
Mine be like, hey, cool titties. You showed them before I died. My soul fell black until your titties fell out of the sky.
Love the outfits. Thank you. Thank you. This old dumb thing.
This old silly little
dumb
thing. Steve, where's your scarf? Oh, you wearing it tonight? You was fancy with your scarf tonight.
You little freak, you. Oh, that's embarrassing. If you all are on, you can do a little bit of this. Mike, you can do a little bit of this with these.
Okay.
Oh, we need to say hi to Mike tonight.
Hey, Mike.
No one said a gosh darn thing to that little bugger all night long.
Hey, you know that's there for you. I didn't know if you knew that.
Fantastic.
Thanks. You,
Papa
Joey,
George.
Papa George.
Yo. Craig, you changed everyone's lives a few years ago.
No.
when you brought a fucking movie to St. Louis.
We. See? You look good. Speaking of that.
Hop to the left, hop to the left, hop Guys, we brought a movie 6 years ago. 6? From shock to
6
awe.
years ago.
Talking about Ibogaine. You know what Ibogaine is?
It's getting weak.
A big, fat, healthy, plump root from Africa.
Here's the lid.
And I saw a documentary where this guy went, took it, and got off heroin or alcoholism, one or the other. And he was in some sort of temple. And this is from before shock to awe.
It's got bird in the title. Go ahead, keep going.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Where they're like, and they have certain areas where they're puking.
That one's actually a really intense watch.
Yeah.
That one's a really intense watch because the guy is very just open. Like he's really fucking struggling through the whole thing. And I don't even think I don't even know if that had a happy ending.
That wasn't Going Tribal.
No.
Because there used to be a show called Going Tribal where he went with he was saying African tribe, and he took these psychedelics, maybe a South American, but he took psychedelics, had to sit in this tent with like the shaman. They wouldn't let the cameras in there. Dude, and at the end...
Sick birds die easy. I think that's the one.
And in this Going Tribal, they light all these he's tripping his nuts off, and they light these palm fronds.
Yeah.
And he's got to walk through this thing in the water, and they're just going, and all the embers are like shooting around him. And he's like, oh my God, you could tell it was changing his life in real time, dude. It was amazing. And one of the most amazing moments we've ever had on this show is when those grandmas came up to 100%. Us after the show and were like, hey, I have nephews, I have sons, I have grandsons with addiction. And this movie is totally opening my eyes because they're not getting the help they need, which is also another racket. We can fix a lot of the problems we have. We choose not to. It becomes a point when you start taking monetary value and putting it over the value of human life. Because here's a thought experiment. Someone dies in a foreign country, just a random person. You press this button, but you get a $10 million. Do you press the button? One person randomly in the world, could be a 90-year-old, could be a baby,
could be a 7-year-old. I mean, ethically, the answer is no.
Yeah, but then your family's taken care of.
Well, your family's taken care of, but also to turn it even crazier, you have somebody sick that needs a $8 million surgery, whatever. Makes then all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I would say that ethically, the answer would be no. You don't inflict harm on somebody else.
Yeah, it's simple.
Simple. You don't really inflict harm on somebody else. We
need to simplify.
Even though somebody in the time that it's taken us to just talk about this, a million people have died.
That's the other part about
it. But a million people were born. So like it's just a weird thing.
Totally weird thing, dude. And it's like, I think that mentality is the root cause, and the revolution of grace, the revolution of unconditional love, will challenge that. Will challenge because there are people in charge of industry who says, yes, some people are going to have to die if I make this decision. And I'm not talking about world leaders sending people to war, even though that's a whole nother thing. I'm talking about boardrooms where they're like, this medicine does some good. It's also going to kill some people too.
What's up, Kimberly Mahoney?
And it's like, okay, well, where are we at with this? Because the simplest thing is, now that I'm seeing things differently after telepathy tapes and deep dives into this another realm that I can't even understand, after experiencing these different things, I'm looking at it differently, that it's like, my happiness is so much simpler when I simplify shit. I'm always going to love it. Love you, love that. Even if you fuck me to my worst, fuck me to death, Craig. Okay?
I'm trying.
Fuck me to death, dude. So, and it's like, even if you're that guy, it makes it real simple for me to be like, it doesn't matter what you do to me. It's like going to with a game plan. Your team has a game plan going into the game.
Yeah.
I don't care what they do. We focused on this.
We're playing our game.
We're playing our game because we're good. We're not out here searching, which I know Coaches got to make adjustments. You do have to make some adjustments.
Making adjustments still means you have a plan in place for like if this then this. You know, like you have, but for the most part, like it's a little bit more like an individual sport on a team, like wrestling or bowling or something like that, where it's like at the end of the shooting pool, at the end of the day, you are playing against yourself. You're playing a game that is ultimately you're trying to be better than whatever. You're making adjustments off of your game. There's nothing that your opponent or whoever you're up against can actually do to alter your game. I mean, wrestling's a little different, but like something like bowling or pool or something like that, you're playing a game. So at that point, like eliminate that me versus them situation.
Yeah.
It's just like me versus me. I can bowl my, like I have a goal in mind. I started bowling with my uncles a couple of months ago, and I have a goal that I want to hit. I've been so close I could taste it fucking like 3 times. And each time it was my best series ever. And so like, celebrate a PR, but also the PR wasn't my goal. My goal was 6 pins more. And whatever that makeshift thing was, my uncle's like, dude, get down yourself. I'm like, I'm not getting down on myself. I'm just playing against. I'm trying to improve myself in a way that, as long as I'm improving, that's great. He's like, dude, we still beat them. I'm like, I don't care if we beat them. I don't. I mean, it's cool. It's a great bonus, but I can only, like when you handicap bowl, like it's set up to where if you bowl the way that you're capable of bowling or better, then your chances are you're going to win. Doesn't matter how good or bad that bowler is on the other side.
Sure.
You just got to come and execute and do your part.
Yes.
That's it. Just do your part.
That's a great analogy, dude, because it does. It simplifies things. It's just taking a lot of the guesswork out of my stuff. I don't have to really think about it that much. I'm like, no, they're acting a fool. Like, we're going to talk about the world's most dangerous woman, who's Sarah Adams. And she talks about what's really going on with ISIS and Al-Qaeda still to this day. And these are bad people, dude. But all I can think about is, like, I used to have this weird thought when I was a kid that it was like a soul factory in heaven. And whatever lady had a baby born, they just popped a soul in it. So if a lady in Iraq had a baby...
I think the movie Soul is like that, isn't it?
Soul? I don't know.
The Pixar movie?
Possibly.
Well, I've had similar thoughts, but like they have like a queue, and it's like to go through, and it's like, it's kind of cool.
Like, it's in heaven. It's a cool idea. Got little baby spheres, and every time a baby is in, they fucking put this light sphere in them. Yep. And they're like, "There's your soul." And then it was like, okay, as a kid, that makes fucking sense to me.
I mean, that's a cool little breakdown.
It did help me like never want to actually go to war. Like I love the idea of the warrior. I hate the idea of the war. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I love the idea of the warrior, but I knew I could never really execute in war myself, because even as a kid, I always saw that as a extension of myself, and it's just odds that I got put in my mom's body and they got put in their mom's body.
Sure.
So with their set of circumstances, with everything that went into their life, I might be the exact same that they are. It's not like I would be in Pakistan living as an American in the Midwest if my soul was born over there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
It's all comes from that. So how am I really going to judge or put anything on anybody else when I'm not aware of what brought them to this point?
Sure. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it simplifies things. And
I think Rogan always says too, and I love this idea too.
I stole that
like
warrior war thing from Rogan.
Oh, I don't know about that, but he always talks about the like. A lot of times for him to find understanding or forgiveness or whatever, he just thinks of people as somebody's baby,
Totally.
Yeah,
always
like,
think about that.
Like just like, some whatever with homelessness, whatever it is, things that are like bothering you hard to look, and that actually makes it harder. It makes it more sorrowful. It makes you be more empathetic, to your fellow neighbor. It's like wherever you got to start, and I feel like we all do. We all have somebody in our life that like takes a lot of that, where like you're just, for me, I love this person enough to be able to go back as far as I can in their life to when before they were broken, and didn't want to do anything about it and weren't hurting people around them. And it's like at some point it's like that's the part I'm going to hold on. Like I always hope, pray for the best, whatever I can do to help too. But some people are so ingrained in that like program. And so it's like, and I think once you kind of start to see the societal program that's constantly running, like when you get kind of a bird's eye view on the Matrix, I think also it's easier to see when people are like on autopilot.
Yeah.
You know, like you can see like code running in them. You know what I mean? Like they're just doing the same thing.
Kids were talking about NPCs, like my son's generation. Like they would always talk about NPCs, and I'm like, okay, I've established that I'm open to the simulation theory. Why wouldn't there be NPCs out in the world? And I actually did hear something really interesting, and I don't know if it was the Mythbusters guy, Adam.
Adam K. Adam McKay.
Yeah, I know. Adam McKay.
Maybe that's what it is.
No, that's the dude from.
But I know who you're talking about.
He was talking about how on a psychedelic experience, kind of figuring out the oneness of everything, and looking at it in a way that you made this decision to be here. We are actually a being far beyond any of this. Because if we evolve, we keep evolving, we'll evolve to some sort of logical creature that erases the pain and sorrow from life. If we can, and we get a chance to, you know, we might try that on for size. If you extrapolate that out and we do become some sort of existence being, and where, you know, people die and they say, I was just surrounded by pure love, pure light. We've been in a space, at least I have, where I felt like, oh my God, this is like everything's right. You know what I mean? Like everything, my soul is right. I'm warm. I'm fuzzy. Like, what is this feeling that everything's okay in this freaking moment for me and all my loved ones?
Yeah.
No matter what happens, that's a special feeling, dude.
No doubt.
And it's like, you have that as your in if you have that in your back pocket, you know what I mean? Just that knowledge of that. That's fucking, it's amazing.
I love
dude.
it.
It's amazing. And
I love it.
I was tracking back to something else too, because we have seen so many things on our past shows. Now that we're going through past shows, that we're seeing things like, whoa, man, this is happening. And we talked about this. Now somebody else, I was on Rogan where someone brought up the Ibogaine thing. You had this awesome post about like, we're bringing that. I don't even want to say like we're bringing that, but like this conversation that we're having is beautiful, dude.
It's out there, and
all of us.
Absolutely. What is normal for us, what we are making normal for us, which is kind of this just seek mode where everybody's like, hey, have you seen this thing that's going on?
Yeah.
Like everybody's trying to be like, this is where we're going. You know what I mean? And if you look back on like a wide range of topics, it's like a 5 to 7 year curve that we're talking about stuff that is like now hitting your for lack of it, like your reels that are getting 2 million views from influencers. Rick fucking Perry, the governor of Texas, former governor of Texas, is the Johnny Appleseed of Ibogaine. That is fucking dude. It's hilarious to me. And then I don't know if I sent you. I don't know if you saw it. I sent you a deal with like Aubrey Marcus posted this.
Yeah.
Like it was like, who is Aubrey Marcus, and this whole thing is like.
What was it? The AI UFO one?
No, it was him like basically all of like the mean shit that people have said or speculated about him on Reddit or whatever, and he's like, this is what it is. Now Aubrey's I always feel like the overlap between what we're talking about, what Aubrey's talking about, what Duncan's talking about, and every now and then whatever guest that Joe has on is talking about, like the overlap is sometimes extremely creepy. Like to the point where it's almost verbatim takes. Like it's just really weird where I'm like it just makes me think about the simulation even more. It's like there's a whole like bank of code over here that's like running these programs in all of these different translations for different crowds at different antennas basically.
Totally.
You know, but essentially kind of giving out the same information. And so like I remember years ago Aubrey talking about at some point with AI with everything there we talked about this I think last week, like skeletons, there will be no skeletons. Like your truth is just going to be exposed, and we're going to figure like people are going to they're going to get right. Right? Like they're not going to like there'll still be people who are like, fuck this system. I'll openly do whatever the fuck I want. I don't care about your morality or whatever. Like that's going to happen. But also, you're not going to hide anything about yourself. I was talking to a friend the other day, like, I do kind of pity our kids a little bit for not being able to just do dumb shit without it having been on camera. There were things that we did, and when I say we, I mean everybody, that if you gotten kind of caught now would be like a crime or a felony, but like back then, like not so much.
I remember feeling that with my parents' generation too.
Well, 100%. I remember my dad saying it as well. He's like, whenever I was playing ball, like we got caught smoking weed, and I remember my dad, like, he waited a little bit of time. Had a little bit of time in between, and like my dad, I was doing some homework one night, and he, like, at the kitchen table or dining room table, and he came in and he's like, "Listen, man," he goes, I understand, trying things out, you feel whatever, but, like, you're an athlete, you're a good athlete, you guys have good, like, you don't want to miss any games, like, you don't want to.
You're damn good.
You're a damn fine specimen.
Damn fine
You're a damn fine specimen, son.
Ooh,
but he goes, but it ain't like whenever I was in high school when the cops would just pour our beers out or whatever. Like, they're looking to they
figured out it was a money making thing when we were in high school. They figured out DUI.
100%.
15 grand
100%
to the state.
Well, and Greene County as well was like the number one by fucking, the Springfield. Oh, dude.
Is it
like,
dry? Like, are there dry places?
There's dry places. No, not in Springfield, but like Arkansas's got some dry counties. Yeah.
What's the drinking sitch in Springfield? Is it pretty?
It's a pop.
Like,
yeah, they're down. Well, they're down. No.
Okay.
That's the thing. Is growing up in St. Louis, I didn't realize that adults didn't just drink at everything. At everything. When we had a first birthday party.
The plane.
Everybody okay?
Ruby just got scared by a box of ramen.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
My dog got scared by a box of
ramen. Hey, real quick, I don't want to forget this. We're about to go to break, but congrats to Joseph Papa George.
Yeah?
6 months sober.
Fuck yeah,
dude. Yeah, so put a little feather in your cap there, bud. Just hit 6 months sober on the 5th. Congratulations, pal. Proud of you.
Good work, brother.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know, man. Like, there's something to be said for, like, having been able to be a goofball and, like, do dumb shit that wasn't particularly super reckless, and not worry about it.
Think about athlete culture.
Oh, no
Dude,
doubt.
the Blues stories from Hull and
100%.
Chase days, they're like, oh, 100%. We went to the east side. I was there at 2 a.m. eating the cheese sticks outside. They stole the coach's car, locked the keys in the car.
Yeah.
4 a.m. they're on the east side. I'm like, now it'd be like, I'm live streaming Jordan
100%.
Kyrou at the east side. Which, yes, that sucks. But we're going to get so numb to that. And here's the craziest thing, which I got a real nice conspiracy to end this first segment with. The California fires, which, real quick, shout out to Steve Guttenberg. Steve Guttenberg is a fucking real one, bud.
Well, we already knew that.
We already knew it, dude.
Hey, Mike, can you put us in the acting school?
Put us in the acting school.
Sir.
Because Steve Guttenberg...
It's not on the... Yeah, it should be.
He's out there moving cars, telling people not... And he's like, guys, we're all in this together. You cannot... He's like, I got friends up there. Like, this is much bigger than your own personal stuff. Act like no one's watching. And dude, he did. He's out there doing literal God's work, man. So big up to Steve Guttenberg. But I gotta... What, buddy?
I said that.
Big up to Steve Guttenberg.
Act like no one's watching.
And I do most of the time. We are. No one is. So we go.
Steve Guttenberg.
Steve Guttenberg. He's out there doing the Lord's work. But okay, my
Probably
conspiracy theory.
Probably not the Lord's work.
He is.
No,
he's doing
Steve,
the real Lord's work.
He's doing Big Daddy's work.
Yeah, he's doing
Big G.
one.
Big G, number one. Not Riker.
Senior.
No, we're talking Picard. We're not talking about Riker.
This is good. They're wiping out L.A. to restart it somewhere new. They're gonna wipe out Hollywood, not L.A. They're gonna leave L.A. But all these stars and stuff, all the celebrities, they're like, oh, our houses got burned. We gotta relocate.
We gotta start feeling sorry for them.
Because they realize they're exactly. We're on. Exactly, Mike. They're on the way out. They realize that. Since they did that movie with Will Smith and they put his younger self in the movie about 3, 4, 5 years ago now, Gemini twins or whatever the hell it was called.
I never saw it, but I never.
Me neither. but it looked pretty good. And they took old footage of the Fresh Prince and made a movie out of it. What they're going to be able to do...
Why didn't you love me, Uncle Phil? Carlton. Oh, man.
So they're going to get rid of Hollywood, right? They're going to burn it to the ground. It doesn't exist anymore. Sora and the AI-generated videos are getting so good that these people will never be caught for their crimes. They're going to delay until video gets so good that any video that comes out of them at any Diddy party is just doctored AI. We'll never know the truth. We are racing towards the moment of truth being
I didn't know
real.
you didn't want to live through the week, but I think you're onto something, bud.
So then what they do, they're going to disperse after that. They're going to get rid of, because they know California and Hollywood and all that stuff. Yes, they have milked the milk and honey out of that place. They've done it. They've milked that teat dry, dude.
Dude, they did a long time ago. They've been drinking blood and adrenochrome.
They've got the milk. The milk's dry.
The milk's done been dry. It's a blood game now, my friends. I like my blood in all forms.
I like baby blood.
I like negatives. I like positives.
I like
Hey, it's break time.
Yeah, so that's kind of my conspiracy
let's come back
theory.
to that because I was thinking.
That's kind of.
Well, I know, but I gotta I don't know what they're doing.
It's weird.
We got stuff to talk about.
Do deer line for.
Just put that.
Do Raven Rain.
Oh well, go ahead and let's do that when we come back. Can we do that?
Oh my God,
deer line.
Jen's friends used to drink at Cliff Cave.
No, I was thinking the commercials we put in last week at the bottom.
It's insane. Do Whoopi 1, real quick.
Hello, my friend. Just look at this bright, shiny new year. Like a fresh canvas, waiting for our gentle brushstrokes. And remember, there are no mistakes here. Only happy little accidents that blossom into unexpected wonders. Each day, we welcome those little surprises. Let them spark our creativity and find joy in every colorful moment ahead.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Whoopi Goldberg's Big Fat.
Y aquí en el show se llama Hoosier. Sofísticate con Stevie Craig
Sin par.
no esperará para hacerle reír. Los dos son anfitriones sin igual. Con chistes finos y una vista que el alma calma. A mis amigos y el sofisticate pura carcajada. Cantan con gozo y el corazón se llena de alegría. Ole, ole. Stevie Craig, dos locutores con magia. Y en cada emisión, traen las historias con sabor y pasión. Charlas y entrevistas siempre van con luz. Esperanza brinda, en cada chiste una enseñanza. Stevie Craig iluminan el lugar.
Friends on the river's edge, Steve, Craig, and Mike, strumming chords and singing truth under the moonlight. Munching on those mystic caps, they journey far and wide. Tripping down the stream of love, they let their souls collide. Harmony and shrooms alike, they blend in the sweet embrace. Philosophy on water's flow, they each find their own space. Fires glow with sparks in their eyes, Steve, Craig, and Mike. They share their tales, the woods echo with their laughter bright. Riding waves of cosmic dreams, they understand the night. Embracing love, the universe under the stars so right. Guitar strings hum the truth they seek in every tender strum. Brothers in the wild, they soar, no strings to where they're from. Down by the water song they find a sanctuary near. The world's a stage for Steve, Craig, and Mike without a single fear. Tales spun from their minds take flight, a tapestry they weave, singing of the stars above in the magic they believe. They're the explorers of the heart, the poets of the wild. In the grip of nature's art, they're forever beguiled.
I never knew false to catch tail, and I'll gab with Craig again, we'll rail. I never knew, I never knew this life's riddle steep, stormy steep. As Steve and I, we ponder scotch, our friendship ain't no lie. All we do is laugh and sigh, oh why. So we chat, Craig and I, about the river's roar, with a steel guitar strumming, amigos to the chord. We talk live, we talk about the wild and free, in a dust-kick dance, Steve's as real as can be. Steve and Craig, by the fireside's glow, speak of river secrets that only they know. Says to Craig, under stars that shed light, tales of the riverbank, cutting through the night, with laughter and song, our souls take flight, in the heart of the wild, neath the moon so bright, we ride the current, by those streets where eagles dare to soar.
Steve, his groove so tight, slipping yams in the pocket light. Craig laughs along a playful fight, while Mike preps for a feast tonight. Pockets bulge with yams, you see, a game they play wild and free. Steve's on fire, his eyes alight, feeling the heat of the yam-filled night. Craig's shadow looms, he's got that flare, reaching for the prize in Mike's pocket they dare. Together they lie entwined in dreams, feeding their hunger, so it seems. Now here comes the sun, they rise as one, their skin aglow from the fun. Muscles taut with yams in hand, three kings of the yam-filled land. They toss and turn in a playful fight, locked in brotherhood they're a sight. I stare, kiss time, with tonight. They toss and turn in a playful fight, locked in brotherhood, they're a sight. Like ready, standing tall and proud, together their laughter echoes loud.
dancing.
But I think we decided that the cheerleader was a little lass named Maria Bello.
That I got it mixed up again, dude.
We still love Diane Lane.
Diane Lane. Diane Lane. Diane Lane. Diane Lane. So what movies was she actually in? Micahs, help us out, my friend. Mike, what movies was she in? What movies was Diane Lane in? Mike, what movies was Diane Lane in?
I'm sorry.
Unfaithful.
They're just getting some the outside. Streets of Fire.
Do you have an actual song for him?
No. Never heard of it. Music? Not a fan. Yes, I do.
What's your song?
10 million years to the middle of my heart. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know this one. 10 million years to the middle of my heart. You'll be digging for a real long time to get in this honey hole of mine. 10,000 years to get inside me. 10,000 years, I will wait that long. What was that?
You'll hear it.
Craig asking me if I got a real song for him. Joke is, this actually isn't a real song, and this fucking dummy's got no idea. I'll just sing it right in front of him, and he just plays his guitar. He's oblivious, fucking oblivious. This is a fake song I just made up. Craig Diane Lane.
Oh, Diane Lane.
Diane Lane. Diane Lane.
Diane Lane. Diane Lane.
We used to have this drummer, but we had to kick her out of the band. Turns out she was born without those rhythmic hands. Shake, wait, time.
Right there. Right foot.
How many roads must a man walk down?
Howdy, partners.
We do look great, though.
I'm never wearing anything different. If I went everywhere
You look
like
like
this,
Nathan Lane, dude.
Thank you, in the
Going to
birdcage.
the grocery store, dude.
I feel like Nathan Lane. I feel like Nathan Lane.
Okay, I like that.
Oh, she is not happy about that one.
We need a new the drummer. That's what, honestly, the first time I've seen it.
YouTube is definitely not the same.
Thank you. Well, put us on the TV.
Julie.
Go all the way down to the bottom and do TV chat. Then everybody will see it. No. All the way down. Just how much you do when I tell you. Why is the chat box not showing up?
Let's see when the chat starts.
Somebody chat something and see if it pops up. Oh!
There it is. Oh!
See, now we can stay here. Let's stay on this page for a while. This is cool. They can't even see us, you dipshits.
So tiny.
Look what I'm doing to you guys right now. This is probably we're probably so little on your phone right now, dude. We're so little on your phone. I can chat
Oh,
with
how
that.
big is it?
What the
Yeah,
hell?
it's very small on there.
The chat is?
No, here.
We've been,
We're so tiny.
tiny.
Dude. That's so good.
Rick Moranis.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Everyone chat to see what happens in the chat. So just say the first word that comes to your head now. Sassafras.
Go.
Go?
No, I meant
Sassafras.
go.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I thought that was the first word that came to your head. I'm like, wow. Like, that's a simple one, Mike. I was trying to... I did sassafras. Kind of church the place up a little bit.
High up?
Oh, you got a cable on?
Well, I put one on, but I can take it back off.
No, I got one.
I was just playing around, bud. I didn't know. I thought maybe we should play him a song.
You got a pop.
A real one?
A real one, but let it be a Steve song. Let it be a Steve song. Let it be the wrong song. Let it
be a song that makes everyone hate him even more than they already do.
This
But
sounds
he keeps
like my
posting
perfect
stuff about his
dream,
past,
and I hope that you will sing all the songs that make you hate him even more.
Poo poo pee pee? What is wrong with
Hey, don't use language like that. That is ridiculous.
Oh,
Hey, Mike, while we're looking for one, why don't you give him a
Whoopi
Bob
Goldberg
2? Yeah, Whoop 2.
Whoop 2.
It's right actually above the TV chat.
Yep,
if you
that's
just
perfect. Thank you, Craig, for buying that. Stay tuned, folks. Thank you.
Hello, my friend. Just look at this bright, shiny new year. Like a fresh canvas, waiting for our gentle brushstrokes. And remember, there are no mistakes here. Only happy little accidents that blossom into unexpected wonders. Each day, we welcome those little surprises. Let them spark our creativity and find joy in every colorful moment ahead.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Whoopi Goldberg's Big Fat.
I forgot to get a
Good
drink.
words, guys.
Forgot to get a drink during the.
Good words.
during
Were
the-
those showing up?
Are we in kindergarten?
Were those showing up on the chat?
Yeah.
Mike changed the thing. I can't tell.
Oh shit.
That was the whole point. He said.
Sure.
I love it. I gotta get home, there's a garden to tend on the fruits on the ground, and the birds have all moved back into my attic, whistling static, the young and the fly. I will patch up the holes once again.
Well, I can't believe that my lime tree is dead. I thought it was sleeping, I guess it got fed up with not being fed. And I would be too. I keep the food in my belly and hope that my time isn't soon. Isn't soon. So I try to understand what I can hold in my hand, and whatever I find, I'll find my way back to you. If you try
find it too, 'cause this place is overgrown into a waxing moon. Home is wherever we are, if there's love here too.
The back of our house, there's a trail that won't end. We were walking so far that it grew back in. Now there's no trail at all, with grass growing tall. Get out my machete and battle with time once again.
Again.
But I'm about to lose, 'cause I'll be damned if time don't win.
Win. I gotta get home, there's a garden to tend. All the suits from the fruit buried and began their own family trees. Teach them thank you and please. Spread their own roots, then watch the young fruit grow again. This old trail will lead me right back to where it began. So I try to understand what I can hold in my hand, and whatever I find, I'll find my way back to you. If you could try to find it too, 'cause this place is overgrown into a waxing moon. Home is wherever we are, if there's love here too. Home is wherever we are, if there's love here too. Yeah, home is wherever we are, if there's love here too.
I said, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
That's all right. We were so small they didn't even know it was us doing it, buddy. Okay, they're giving us words. Are we what are we doing? Did you tell them to give us words?
Yeah. Just to see it.
Oh, okay.
But
one of them was
chat disappears.
One of them was sassafras. One of them was plop.
Okay, so we got.
One of them was word.
So we got.
You guys look like Hank Sr. on the TV.
Ooh, dude.
Dude, we do look like Hank Sr.
Foot. Poo poo pee pee.
I'm tired of it.
Word.
I'm tired of it.
They're not real people.
Plop.
Bunch of NPCs. Always give me some. Give me some. All these NPCs are looking at me like they can't even see, 'cause I'm speaking truth all the way to the roof. And don't let me be, don't let me be, baby. Smoking candy in the back of my van, letting all these ladies in from foreign lands. And then I say to them, you're just a stranger, get away from me, blow my whistle, there's danger. I say, oh no, where you gonna go? And you're looking at me with with you. And then I'm sniffing them knuckles, and I'm sniffing them good. And I'm sniffing those knuckles like a knuckle sniffer could. Like a knuckle sniffing all night long. You better get a whiff of them, 'cause if you don't, you'll be left behind, 'cause the smells are creeping. If you get there, see the Grim Reaper reaping havoc on you and hell from the sky as you put those fingers back in your eye. Your eye is pink now, it's got the disease, and Craig's got you down fingering on his knees. Knuckle sniffer, knuckle sniffer, knuckles.
Smells like gasoline, boy.
I like the high octane girls.
Is that a 93 proof? A Kimosabe? Yeah.
Hey, Kumosabe, do you like having all those gasoline juices all over your thighs?
Something wrong with us. Something wrong with us. Toto!
Toro! Hey, Jenny Elgin. Yeah, hey, Jen.
Hey,
We're not here.
Jenny.
Hey,
Hey,
Jen,
Jenny
we're not
Boo.
here.
Hey, Jenny Boo.
We're not here. Good evening, y'all, says Matt Neal. What's up, honey? I shrunk the Hoosiers.
Feeling good. Feeling good.
Feeling good when I get down, Kevin. Wasn't that the beat to that song?
I have no idea.
Number 7, wasn't that it?
Oh, that was the chord. The chords I was playing.
It kind of caught me.
Yeah.
I knew it was either that or All Star.
I like it. You sounded like a real outlaw. You look like an outlaw, if we're being honest.
I do.
You look like a
scream
fucking
outlaw.
gunslinger right now, bud. And I'm here for it. I look like, I don't know, something out of Rum Diaries or well, not with the duster on. Now that I got the duster.
Good,
now that I got the duster on, I'm like, you know.
It's different.
Oh! Cheers to everyone watching at home. We really do just appreciate and respect you guys so much. We do.
Give us a different camera. This is redonk.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't think this one was a good idea. Maybe when if all the messages stayed up, I thought it would be a good idea.
Cool.
I'm trying new stuff, guys.
That's cool, dude. I do feel like a country western singer right now.
So let me get back to our topics list here.
Yeah, well, you talked about the Goots, and thoughts and prayers to the Goots, man. Even though Steve.
Oh, cool. We only got 2 more on here that we really need to get into.
Let's go.
Scariest woman in the world, guys. Care to take any guesses? Let's hear a guess.
Not on live internet stream. I would rather not.
I'm trying to get all y'all down the toilet with me. You ever heard someone who calls it a toilet when they put a little R? Toilet.
You know, toilet.
Put a little R.
Buddy,
in there.
I worked with a guy in my dad's shop that was I've never heard this southern. Have you seen this NFL football player? I think he's for the Panthers, named like Xavier Leggett or something, like super country, like can't understand anything he was saying.
Dude, I did see him. We actually have audio for all of our podcast people. You're gonna be able to hear it. Oh, hey boy, I done skinned a raccoon today, buddy, and I'm done made a hat out of it and kept some of them skins for me and my kinfolk. We just got audio from.
Yeah, right on.
Okay.
That was odd. Guys, what we're gonna how do I do this? If you're listening to the podcast on Spotify or Apple right now, turn it off or skip 15 seconds.
Just go to the timestamp until you talk about.
Hey, everybody on the live show. How about those idiots who listen on podcast and Spotify? Aren't they fucking dumb?
What were we talking about?
Turlets.
Yeah, you met a guy who talked
I worked
like
with
that.
a dude, and one of the.
He done skinned a raccoon.
No, he's gonna make sure he's gonna put a little Earl on it.
Roman?
Put a little Earl on it.
Ah, Roby Rob.
Hey, can I use your air gunner? Yeah, no problem. I'm going to make sure you put a little Earl in it.
That's rude.
That's how it sounded. I'm going to put a little Earl in it.
Earl. Yeah, I did. I did.
But
Say Earl.
we had this, so we did like truck equipment and like, truck bodies.
I'm
like,
a man. I have truck equipment.
Hey, Mike, do you remember, speaking of man, do you remember,
I have truck equipment.
Hey, can you go get that? What? And a couple of glasses for the men in the room?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
You want some fucking poop water, dude?
Make sure you go right in front of the camera. Make sure you get Steve one too.
I am, dude. I'm a man.
Anywho, this guy just took my hard-earned, my hard made absinthe.
It wasn't hard to make.
Spit it out in the drain like a.
No, I didn't. I drank it.
You didn't drink it.
I swear to God,
you just let it touch your tongue and you're like,
I drank half of it.
Weird. Nobody really likes the flavor.
No one does actually like the flavor of any alcohol.
Wrong.
Everyone is lying. Everyone is lying to either themselves or to everyone else to make it seem like they're tough. That's the whole deal. Everybody wants to be a tough guy. I'm okay with, I know how tough I am. I don't have to prove it.
How tough are you? I'm asking. How tough are you? Put it on like a hardness scale, like the Moe's hardness scale.
Moe's? Dude, you don't want to know. They haven't even discovered an element as hard as I am right now.
Ooh. Remember we talked about getting punched straight on the glands? Yep. On a full-on hard-on?
Well, now, do it. You'll break your hand.
Oh, really? You're that confident? Go on, bring your hard.
Not for me, dude.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I refuse to drink this.
Give me the big one.
This is Malort.
It's not Malort.
Oh, I'm sorry, you get the pretty glass.
This is worse than Malort.
That's a lot of hooch, bud. Cheers,
Mike. Why?
Well, because this.
I'll cheers you. I'll.
Don't you cheers if you're not gonna drink it, bud.
I'll drink a littlest bit. It's so gross.
Cheers, everybody. This is a lovely tequila-based absinthe.
Tequila-based absinthe. Watch, both these guys will pretend it's good.
I mean, whatever, man.
This is so fucking gross.
You, for real, if you don't hold it in your mouth, you don't like that? I'm asking you a real question. I'm not, like, if you kind of let it just sit there a little bit, you get all the...
It's the worst. Ooh. Compared to cherry Pepsi.
Guys, look, man, he fucking pounded that one out, didn't he? He really pounded that one out.
This is why I love guys who drink.
Nobody's making fun. Listen, nobody's making you do anything.
Drink all the time and think they're tough, and they just drink.
You'll do absinthe, but not Malort. That's what they say. I agree with that. Not the dick punch.
You don't
part.
want to. You don't want to.
Craig, go ahead and just punch him if you feel necessary.
Who said that? My wife.
Your wife. A couple people
Did
liked
she?
it. Yeah, a couple people laughed at it.
Yep.
Ha 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 ha.
Tell me about this scary bitch.
This old scary bitch.
Tell me about this old scary bitch.
I don't call him that.
No, I would never.
It has a little back end bite.
Scary little huzz.
It's got
very small.
It's the worst.
It's got. That's where you taste the wood.
Right. Yes.
Taste the wormwood there.
It's wood.
It's wormwood, you big sissy.
It tastes like.
I'm very unfamiliar with wood. It's been a long time.
It tastes like.
A little sip of the naughty water. A little sip of the naughty water.
This is peanut butter chocolate whiskey to show you what kind of man I am.
Peanut butter chocolate.
God forbid. It's like Steve went through all of this trouble to hey man, I made you a sandwich. You made me a sandwich,
guys. Everything
as soon as you bring it over here, as soon as you're
carrying
carrying this sandwich that you made out of the kindness of your heart, and wanted to share with me because you're like, you know what, my buddy, I like a sandwich.
Something really important.
I like a sandwich. Maybe I'll bring my buddy a sandwich, and then you bring it over to me, and I just fucking smack it across the room like, cool sandwich, you fucking ass. It tastes like shit.
It'd almost be like someone pretending to be super into a rock collecting competition, and then pretend to be the judge, and then when someone brings these real cool,
I was not the judge.
It
was judged on by our peers.
I judged it. I said I was going to judge, and I took the winning rocks and I chucked them back in the
That'll
woods.
stay on.
Don't you ever do that when I'm
Thank
talking.
you. I wanted to do it.
Do that?
We did it in the
cool.
woods.
Two cool drinkers. Two cool drinkers doing what they do best, ganging up on fucking Christ followers.
The old Christ following non-drinker.
Oh.
Exactly. Thank you. I'll pet the savior.
All right, so what's up with the scary gal?
Everything you guys know about Al Qaeda, ISIS, Iraq, the war is a farce.
How so?
More so than you believe. Remember how we were sold World War II?
That tracks.
Good.
Okay, sure.
How it was good. How we were the good guys. America's the good guys.
Yeah, sure.
We were fighting fascism, right?
Uh-huh.
Teaming up with Stalin.
That was a
to
great
fight
steak
fascism.
sandwich. You're right.
It was phenomenal. We're what's happening in the Middle East, and Sarah Adams is the scariest woman on earth. The stuff that she says on the Sean Ryan podcast, and she's been on before, and she does a free weekly newsletter.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize how much.
No, I put
Okay,
all
I'll
mine.
pour some back in the bottle. He poured his in there too, like a big sissy.
Yeah, I'm not cool enough.
He's not a real man.
I don't drink. I'm not cool.
It's not that. It's just how rude you are.
I'm a man.
I'm gonna probably pour some.
Why
back
did
in there.
Mike have to give me any and make me rude?
Part of the show, bud.
That's true. That's true. Words have never been more spoken louder with a.
Would you like some more?
One.
You know.
You're more than welcome to some. Here, help yourself. Go ahead.
We're paying for this war to take place. We're funding the war from the both sides. The FBI is inept. Sarah Adams is like a CIA analyst.
Okay.
I don't know. It almost seems like she's working independently. So they're basically gathering every bit of information from all. Remember how the U.S. used to have those playing cards of the terrorists? Do you remember those?
Yes.
Yes.
They gave them to the soldiers to know
Correct.
who to spot.
Correct.
So that was what we did.
Right.
Well,
I think that goes back even to like Vietnam and shit. I think they were giving
really?
those guys decks of cards.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
These were the jokers. They're the kings.
Yeah, the ace of
and
spades.
queens. Like, this is the main one.
This is who you're looking for.
Yep. So we go. Basically, what we're doing is funding the war, terrorism. We're funding terrorism because in the Middle East, what's happening in Syria, it's been wild. They trained 5,000 ISIS soldiers to be in Syria. They've trained 500 to go to a different country. So what she's figuring out is that they're training ISIS and Al-Qaeda soldiers. And there's different factions of ISIS. There's different factions of Al-Qaeda. There's different parts. And you realize she's giving the information that she has, and there's no action being taken on it. What is actually happening, if you look at it with if you got here today and someone explained this to you, you'd be like, oh, this is what's happening. We're funding the war so we can create fear at home. Once we create fear at home, we know we need the government to protect us. I'm willing to skirt some of my own freedoms for the protection of my government. That is what's happening. It's still going on to this day. If you follow the money that we're giving, it is going to like Bin Laden's children. And Bin Laden's children have married into the family of Al-Qaeda's number 2 and ISIS's number 2. Now they're forming families. Now they're forming bases where they're like, okay, we know where we went wrong doing this stuff before.
Well, it doesn't help that we gave
activating
them the tens of hundreds of billions of dollars
They
of weapons.
even talk about that. Sean Ryan's like, and some of the stuff they're using, I'm sure, is our old weaponry.
We left everything.
And he's like, and she's like, yeah, basically. So our government, the money we go and work and spend our time for is going to fund terrorism so that more of our money can be taken to defeat the terrorism. Sure. And she is putting it all out there, and I'm like, how is she not dead yet? Like, she writes an email, a newsletter every week, I think, and the stuff she says, and it's so funny because she talks about these terrorists like they're 90s Cardinals, you know what I mean? She's like, Ozzie Smith, Vince Coleman, but she's like, Hamza bin Laden, his son, Hamza El Filal bin Laden. And I mean, she's got all the names and stuff. And I'm like, she lives in a different world. She's living a different timeline than me. But what she is saying needs to be heard, because the scariest thing is at the end of the episode, she's like, Al-Qaeda and ISIS want to amp it up a notch. And the U.S. has yet to get a suicide bomber attack, terrorist attack. We had the guy in Nashville a few years ago on Christmas. Was it on Christmas morning where he blew himself up in the car? And that was supposed to be a suicide.
Right.
Yeah. But now their schools, these ISIS schools, have different divisions. I mean, they're basically like mimicking what we do with our military, except they're doing it with terrorists, which, like I said before, if I put myself in their shoes and my whole family has been drone striked and I'm 16, a terrorism school doesn't seem like that bad of a place.
You just flip the script. Just flip the script 100%. It happened here. Would you not? It did happen. When planes flew into the buildings, how many people that you knew from your everyday that had no intentions on joining the military and going to fight were then compelled to go? You fucking came over and attacked my family? I'm going over there. Bring that a little bit closer to home. You fucking blew the legs off of my bride at my wedding. Yep. We were fucking innocent. It's going to radicalize people.
Yeah.
That had no reason to be radicalized before.
Here's the prediction too, my own prediction, just like with the wildfires thing, just trying to piece it all together and putting myself in the shoes of the deep state, of anyone who is in control right now and doesn't want to lose control. What I'm going to have happen is when Trump takes office, I'm going to have some sort of attacks. We've already had one January 1st. We had a couple.
The one's wild, which goes into this, which wild, like kind of plays on that.
They let that girl go into the Louisiana, wasn't it the Louisiana?
Oh, see, I was actually talking about Nevada. I know what happened in Louisiana.
Did you see the interview? The lady doing she went in there in like yoga pants and a jacket, and she's like, "Here's the jihadist's house. He's got 2 Korans and a bomb making station." Can you believe that?
The fuck?
You didn't see
that?
No,
I didn't see it,
dude. They let some Bobo reporter go. The door is kicked off the hinges. And she's like, okay, we got to step over this yellow tape. My God, he's got a Koran and some fucking TNT.
Consider
Acme
us talking.
TNT.
Consider like everything we've said about Black Mirror and that was because Black Mirror really hasn't made anything new in a few years.
Bandersnatch. They can't. They told them not to.
They stopped because it was starting to get too close to reality. But if you really go back and you watch how some of those things played out, it's like it's not even like the shit they're doing isn't even like I'm like I've already seen this movie.
Yeah.
I've already seen this is like it's and there's always people talking about how like they're like pre-programming these things through media and everything like that. Like the CIA has a division in Hollywood,
Operation Mockingbird.
Like unbelievable, and that whole situation with the Associated Press where everybody is fed essentially the same line to read.
And now we're supposed to suck Zuckerberg off because
no, but. Well, and that whole thing's interesting too because they were about ready to
face Zuckerberg.
They were about ready to face basically
after COVID,
have to testify
for
all of their basic roles in censoring everything.
They censored all of us.
With that being said, some of the things like I sent it to you, I'm like, was that real?
Yep. And I loved it, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, fuck this guy. He came out and said he held back information.
They've already denied it so many times. But also, this is a win for all of it, if it's actually working that way. Now, I will say, as somebody creating content, fucking ridiculous how we left Afghanistan. As someone who spent 11 months out there, it breaks my heart. We spent many years having a footprint in that country. One of America's most despicable acts with giving billions of dollars worth of equipment, vehicles, and weapons. We unfortunately lost a local Marine from the 13th. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
We lost a local. And then also, I've heard dudes talk, I think even Tim Kennedy was talking about the Afghani allies.
Thank you, Matt.
And the Afghani allies that we had over there that we just fucking
they
left.
Break it down.
It's the saddest shit of all time.
Sean Ryan is like, the thing that pisses me off the most is these guys fucking took a chance on us. They're our guys. They became our guys.
Yep.
And we left them. And he goes, now they have our equipment to be able to fingerprint, to be able to track them.
Totally.
And he's like, we left them the blueprints to get the guys that laid their fucking lives
and their
down.
families' lives on the line. Yeah. Like,
Took the biggest. There is a movie about a
fucked.
translator. It's called
fucked.
maybe The Translator or something. It's a great movie.
It's absolutely fucked. And like,
How important those guys were to them.
my thing
How
is
important
like,
they were,
if
dude.
it doesn't make sense to, like, financially or whatever, to bring everything home, then you blow it all up. You just blow it all up. You self-destruct anything over there. You don't leave anything that can possibly be used eventually against
You're right,
allies.
though. You're right.
Against
It
allies.
sounds stupid
I
as
understand
hell, dude.
why it's maybe it's cost prohibitive to move a fucking 10,000 tanks or whatever back overseas. Fine. There's countries close enough where we have bases. It's not like they were like knocking on the door and we were like, we got to get the fuck out of here. It was like, we're making the decision. We
It
did
wasn't
say
like they overran
Well,
us.
they did say that we were getting out by a certain point, but that doesn't that's such a fucking jerk off excuse. Dude. It's like the guy before me gave me a deadline. I had to be out of here. Like, for all the things that you're going to say you had to go do, go fuck yourself. That is all ridiculous. And like, that's, for me, I'm glad that we shouldn't have been there in the fucking first place. The fucking crazy thing that I was going to tie into that a little bit, talking about, funding them, put on the Vegas thing is wild, because that guy is alive as far as I'm concerned. Like, the more and more I've listened to that twice, just because I'm like, I want to make sure I'm kind of
listen to that being
understand.
Sean Ryan
The
podcast.
guy that wrote an email, the guy that blew himself up in front of the casino, or in front of the Trump tower or whatever, in Elon Musk's Tesla. Like, this guy was basically trying to blow the whistle on us blowing up, our special forces blowing up a drug production facility, a cartel drug production facility. And they're like, well, why? He was basically saying, why are we doing that?
I know we did war crimes. And
Totally. And so he was basically, the email that he was writing was that, like, he feels as though the FBI, the 3-letter agencies, are all tracking him. And so he was trying to, but none of it checks out. Like, it looked like fireworks in the car. It's a bulletproof car. Like, if he wanted all the shit that he said he knows, everything like that, like, yeah, there was I wonder what the body is, but, like, the whole thing sounds like a fucking Jason Bourne movie.
Yes.
It's like
it does
an
sound
ultimate,
like
it's like a guy that got burned. A guy that was a fucking special, Black Ops Special Forces. He's now been burned. They're all after him, and he's like, I'm going to get out this information that haunts me, keeps me from sleeping. I'm going to blow the whistle on this thing. There's a million things I could blow the whistle on. This is the thing that keeps me awake at night. Those, like, the frequency of these things, I don't know if it's all bread and circus. I don't know if it's like one of the, like, if it's distractions, the aliens, the drones, the Chinese drones, which there's some wild stuff on Sean Ryan talking about the Chinese drones flying over. Or I'm sorry, not Sean Ryan. The guy, he was on Rogan. The Air Force pilot that witnessed, like, the Tic Tac. Anyway, he, like, runs like a UAP, private contractor, basically. Like, all of these things happening at once. For what? And it's like, well, because there's so much information now. Like, nothing's really secret, but, like, anytime all eyes turn to one thing, there's fucking 30 things that they're doing over here.
No doubt.
And so, like, that looks like, and it's daily. It's like, it would have been crazy to have, like, one of these stories every year or 6 months. Dude, it is on a weekly basis. We're having some of the most wild shit happen. Is that because there's more cameras catching everything?
Yes.
Probably part of that. Like, I think shit's always been going crazy. But also, a lot of these things that look just a little... I have, like, the hottest of hot takes. The hottest of hot takes. And, like, I even understand the implications of, like, saying this
Oh, God,
live.
I like where this is
But,
going.
like,